The ancient Egyptians of North Africa have left behind a monumental legacy filled with awe-inspiring structures and hidden secrets that have remained concealed for thousands of years. As researchers continue to explore this captivating civilization, they are uncovering groundbreaking archaeological discoveries that are reshaping our understanding of this mysterious world. Join us as we delve into the 10 most intriguing recent findings in Egypt, revealing a past more fascinating than we ever imagined. The tomb of an unknown queen. A century after the discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb, archaeologists are still making remarkable finds at the Saqqara archaeological site. Recently, a team unearthed the tomb of a previously unknown Egyptian queen, along with 300 coffins filled with extraordinary artifacts. These coffins, adorned with vivid depictions and scenes from the Book of the Dead, are believed to belong to King Tutankhamun's generals, advisors, and other high-ranking officials. Each coffin is inscribed with the name of the deceased and features images of the 4 sons of Horus, who protect the organs of the dead. Some coffins even have double lids. Inside these coffins and tomb shafts, archaeologists found a wealth of artifacts, including games, small figurines known as shaptis, statues of the god Ptah, and a metal axe held by a mummified soldier. The most remarkable discovery was the queen's tomb, made entirely of solid gold. Known as Royal Queen Nefer, she is also revered as the goddess of creation and the mother of Ra, the sun god. Egyptologists have emphasized the monumental significance of this find, noting that it redefines historical records by introducing this new queen. Deciphering the mysteries of this queen and the 300 coffins is a daunting task, as most known Saqqara burials date to the Old Kingdom or the Late Period, while these findings belong to the New Kingdom. Despite the challenges, scientists remain hopeful about uncovering more insights into this enigmatic past. The Rosetta Stone. In 1799, during Napoleon Bonaparte's campaign in Egypt, a group of soldiers led by Pierre-François Bouchard made a remarkable discovery while excavating the foundation for a fort near what is now Rosetta. They uncovered the Rosetta Stone, a black basalt slab measuring nearly 4 feet long and 2.5 feet wide, covered with ancient inscriptions. This stone featured a decree from a council of priests affirming the right of the 13-year-old pharaoh Ptolemy V to rule Egypt. Its significance lies in its inscription in 3 scripts: Greek, Egyptian hieroglyphics, and Egyptian Demotic. At the time of its discovery, only Greek was understood, making the task of decoding the other 2 scripts seem insurmountable. However, scholars soon realized that the Greek text was a translation of the other inscriptions. This breakthrough enabled researchers like English physicist Thomas Young and French scholar Jean-François Champollion to decipher the hieroglyphics and Demotic script. Historical evidence suggests that similar stones were placed in major temples throughout Egypt. Today, the Rosetta Stone is housed in the British Museum, a situation that has sparked ongoing controversy. Egyptians have persistently sought its return, with some historians and academics supporting this claim, arguing that repatriating the stone would honor Egypt's cultural heritage and preserve its historical legacy. The Kenna Golden Tongue Mummy. In February 2021, archaeologists at the Taposiris Magna Temple in Alexandria uncovered tombs containing golden-tongued mummies from the Greco-Roman era. Later that year, in December, similar burial practices were found at the Oxyrhynchus site near El-Banasa and in the Minya Governorate. Among these discoveries was a particularly notable burial: a man interred with gold foil chips shaped like human tongues. Remarkably, one of the tombs discovered was completely sealed and intact, unlike the first 2 tombs that had been looted but still contained 2 mummies with golden tongues and a large limestone sarcophagus. The intact tomb yielded several extraordinary artifacts, including undisturbed limestone coffins and additional golden tongue mummies. It is believed that ancient Egyptian embalmers removed the real tongues during the mummification process and replaced them with gold to help the deceased communicate with Osiris, the god of the underworld. The Egyptians believed that speaking to Osiris and seeking his mercy would aid in a successful transition to the afterlife. This discovery sheds light on ancient religious practices and continues to inform research at the Kenna site, which has been under excavation for over 25 years. The ongoing work aims to reveal more about these fascinating ancient customs and artifacts. The Pit of Giant Hands. During the Hyksos period, when this northern Canaanite people ruled part of Egypt, they made Avaris, now Tel El Dab'a, their capital. The Hyksos, who settled here for over 3,600 years, appointed King Khian as their ruler. Under his reign, an unusual practice emerged: the burial of hands in the sand. This mystery persisted until 2011, when archaeologists excavating Khian's palace discovered 16 human hands buried in 4 pits. 2 pits at the palace entrance contained broken right hands, likely presented to the king or his officials in exchange for gold. The remaining 14 hands were found in 2 pits outside the palace. Intriguingly, only right hands were found, with no left hands present. Manfred Beitak, the excavation director, noted that each pit had a different significance. This find represents the first archaeological evidence of right-hand amputation, although ancient Egyptian texts and art mention soldiers presenting amputated right hands for rewards. No records of this practice exist in northern Canaan, suggesting it may have been adopted from Egypt or elsewhere. Researchers now look to the Egyptian armor palette, dating back 5,000 years, for insights into this grisly tradition and its origins. The Lost Golden City. In 1922, English archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered King Tutankhamun's golden mummified remains in a sealed tomb in Thebes, Egypt. This remarkable find was just the beginning. Fast forward to September 2020, when archaeologists began excavations on Luxus West Bank, near the Valley of the Kings, about 500 kilometers south of Cairo. Within weeks, they uncovered a 9-meter-high zigzag wall enclosing mud brick formations in all directions. This site was identified as Aten, the Lost Golden City. The city's exact size remains unknown, but hieroglyphics found their date to the time of Amenhotep III, Egypt's powerful pharaoh. Among the discoveries were scarabs, amulets, bricks, vessels, colored pottery, and items bearing Amenhotep's seal. Salima Ikram, an Egyptology expert at the American University in Cairo, likened the Lost Golden City to Pompeii. The site features residential areas, a bakery, kitchen tools for metal and glass production, administrative buildings, and a cemetery with rock-cut tombs. This find offers new insights into ancient Egyptian daily life and the grandeur of a long-lost civilization. The Labyrinth of Hawara. The Labyrinth of Hawara, or the Black Pyramid of Dahshur, is shrouded in mystery and ancient intrigue. Situated about 60 miles southeast of Cairo, this enigmatic site, built by Amenemhat III of the 12th dynasty, stands 75 meters tall with a 105-meter base and a 57-degree incline. Its rugged limestone exterior evokes the feel of ancient fortresses. Discovered in 2008, the site's underground maze resembles a medieval kingdom, captivating historians like Herodotus, who described it as a complex of numerous rooms. The subterranean structure is divided into 2 sections, one for the king and another for his wives, each with distinct entrances connected by corridors. The king's chamber houses a pink granite sarcophagus with a cirque motif, while the queen's chambers contain sarcophagi, jewelry, and alabaster artifacts believed to have ritual significance. As the domain of Osiris, the labyrinth features 12 courts with gates facing each other and both above-ground and below-ground chambers. While the upper chambers have been explored, the lower levels remain a mystery, challenging our understanding of ancient history and inviting further investigation. Denderah's electric lamps. Based on insights gathered from various discussions, it has been proposed that the ancient Egyptians could have potentially possessed electric lamps, predating Thomas Edison's invention of the light bulb by many centuries. Among the compelling pieces of evidence, the temple of the goddess Ether at Denderah stands out as a repository of exquisitely preserved carvings and hieroglyphics from antiquity. One specific aspect within this temple draws particular attention. It seems to depict what can only be described as rudimentary forms of illumination. A cable is depicted running along the floor, connecting to a lotus base, which in turn is linked to a